In a final act to pay my debt to Canada, I'm introducing some of my friends in Toronto to the Blue Zones by inviting them right here, the Lions Park. And we're gonna talk about leaving something behind, because Canada's changed from the time that I arrived to here. The vision that I had of the Canada in my childhood is totally different than what I see progressed over the last 30 years. High taxes are choking business. Business like Camel Care, like yours. That's number one reason. There are other communities, there are other countries, there are other cultures that are far more accepting to my product than it is in Canada. So for that number one reason. Number two, the mosaic is getting a little bit too colorful for me. There's too many cultures here, and each of them are separated from the other culture. For example, we have Chinatown, and then we have Brampton, and then we have Markham, and then we have other communities, and I don't see the total value of the original Canadianism. What is Canadianism? Because everybody in Canada eventually came from somewhere. I think original Canadianism is just natives of North America, so-called Indians. That's who Canadians are. Kanata, as a matter of fact, Kanata has a root of Indian word, native. There are for so many reasons. The second was the cultural integration has brought Canada to one of the lowest standards of communication. There are so many people here from so many parts of the world, and many of them don't even speak the English language. I think it should be a prerequisite for anyone to come here and give them exactly 6 months. You're not just here to be here. This country is a stepping stone for many other people. It's many entrepreneurs come here, get really good at what they do, because this is one of the toughest countries. I just show you two reasons: lack of cultural unity, cultural integration, or melting pie like America, melting pot. Canada is a mosaic of all kinds of cultures that don't even get along here. There are many sleeper cells right here of the people that I don't really like to see in Canada, but they're here. They got a mark right here, round one. Just look at them. Besides that, business venture in Canada is almost impossible to make a name for itself because of the economic conditions that exist right now. Just look at Canadians. Anybody who's ever made a name for himself in Canada has run out to a bigger market, which is USA. I'll give you examples. Should I? Justin Bieber was just a little boy over there in Timmins, Ontario, until he went to America. Robert is one of my mentors. Hocevich, what is it? Forgot his last name, but Robert packed his bag to Los Angeles, and now he's in a different world. When you are in this picture, you cannot see the opportunities on the outside. You have to go explore and to see where you are valued. There are many other things about Canada that have changed. Canada stood for peace as far as I could tell. It was always the mediator, always making peace deals. The world on fire right now, and Canada is like a sleeping giant. No leadership, no liberals, no conservatives, no NDPs, no even the Green Party. Come on. If I'd stayed in Canada, I may have to start a new party for myself, but I don't think I can manage this big country. You need people here, man. There's 300 million, 80 million people in US. And if you make a nice deal where you have one currency, when you have transfer of over border very easily, and you can open up businesses and go across the border easily, Canada can still keep its integrity or in its culture. Again, I love this country, but I don't know what's the culture. It's a beautiful nature, of course. It's all that you want to give you all of the hardest time in your life, and if you survive that, you'll survive anywhere. Opportunities are and will remain small in Canada unless the opportunists leave Canada, and that's what all of the Canadians do. It's just like a brain drain that happened in Iran after the 1979 revolution, and it's still happening. Canada, people come here, get a passport, get acquaintance, build a family here, then they get out of here because money is not here. It's over there, and we want to build it in name of Canada. Hey, the standards are high. Standards are high. That is why this is a great country. But those high standards, for example, talking about the Blue Zone, Canadian air is one of the cleanest in the world, and we have the highest regulations. If you go to other parts of the world where you can't even look up in the sky in smog, why are we not putting more regulations in those countries? They say if you want to know a man, give him power. And I think with all of the political things that are changes that are happening right now, with Donald Trump really putting his foot down on some really bad people's neck, it's going to change the course of history. So in celebration, early celebration, and also that expansion of our business in other parts of the world, I'm inviting some friends here on July 20th in this Lions Park. Football, soccer, basketball, anything you want. And I'm gonna have a speech here just like Jesus had with his disciples, because these are friends that have poured time, effort, money, and life into, and I want them to learn something they can take away, something that can be theirs. I was never happy with an opportunity that I couldn't share with my friends and family. Well, I had to go and create that opportunity. Like my daughter asked me, "What's your job?" I said, "Well, I don't have a job. I can't have a job." He says, then I thought about it. I said, I had to go create a company and give myself a job. So I'm the CEO, president of my company. I talk to customers, I talk to students, I talk to community leaders, I talk to lobbyists, I talk to government officials. My job is consulting, and I have a positive mindset about this, because after going through so many people, you learn even from the behavior of the bad ones, you come up with something of your own style, your own technique, if you will, and you can be a student of style. That is why we developed this miraculous 90-day program that's changing lives. It's changing your life if you go through with it. Now, many people might even want to sign up and not go through with it. Accountability is the first key to anything. Accountability. If you're accountable to yourself, you don't have to be accountable to me, but I know psychology. We all need an accountability partner, somebody outside of ourselves to hold ourselves accountable to what we say. I'm accountable to my customers, I'm accountable to my team, I'm accountable to my family, I'm accountable to take control of the health of my brother who is in Sweden and may have fallen into a dilemma, or my sister may have developed a condition, and it's my job. I take it upon myself. That's what leaders do. And if you're a leader, I wanted to tell you that Canada is in challenges right now. We need leaders to step up. We need leaders to lead this country to be the peacemaker, to be the great country it was. Anytime I heard the name, and I was walking in Germany with a Canadian flag on my backpack, and some old man stopped me and says, "Canada?" I say, "Yes, sir. Wow, I love Canada. Second World War. I served with the Canadian. You know, Canada had its own, and now because of all of the things that Justin Trudeau did for 10 years and dancing on the stages with the politicians should have a code of conduct, and it's taught in university in Iraq, in Accra University, where I taught this course. And they taught me that there's a course for conduct in the politics, and we have it here in Canada as well. My friend Ghada Hamadani, she teaches people how to be politicians, will campaign for you, get you elected if you like. There's so many opportunities that we can talk about, but there's none like sharing your ideas, sharing your time, sharing your gifts, sharing your abundance, sharing your health, and sharing is caring, and that is why it brings back in multiples. I have run events all my life, bringing friends and family together, bringing communities together, building teams across the globe, and it's my job to reach out to you because time is limited. You don't know when's the last day. The last thing about Canada is Canada's a great country. I love this country. I read about it when I was 13 and I was inspired, and the more I looked at it from far away, the more I fell in love, because when there was war in Europe, Serbia and wherever Canada was in between them, separated them. When it was Pakistan, India, in old days, Canada separated them. Canada had a strong peacekeeping force. Now I don't even know if Canada has a military, does it? Let's ask Donald Trump, because that blow dome that he's creating and excluding Canada, we just gave Canada to America. It's official. The digital tax has been scrapped. That means Google, all of those big American companies that had to pay money to the government of Canada to take money from my credit card when I Google something, or when I search, or when I subscribe, don't have to pay a penny. Officially, we are America. That's why I'm wearing blue. And as you can see, over the next maybe 90 days, you'll see there will be big deals between Canada and US as early as end of July. Our side is very, very questionable. Their side is very, very determined. You can never win against a determined person. You just need to make a decision. And President Trump has made a decision, and I'm hoping and I'm wishing that there will be some changes in the Middle East, that not only Iranian people but Kurds, particularly of all types of Kurdistan, can travel between these countries without a border. It's time to think a new Kurdistan. Why not? It's not just an idea. It's a map that was never drawn. Like Canada has Quebec, like has natives. What are the rights of the natives? Kurds do not have the basic rights. And as a Canadian Kurd, I need to voice my opinion on all of this, because now that we have an audience, we have a great team of people, we have a community, we have a mission, we have a vision, we're working on some incredible projects. You need to come and learn all of this. Again, social media was created so we can communicate on the video. So I'm sending this directly to all of my friends and family, or those of you who are in Toronto or around the world. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and share. You can use Canadianism. You can use some standards of Canada. You can use the toughness of Canada. You can use all of the hustles that you can need to go through, all of the painful nights and days and things and struggles that you have to go to survive only, and then to compete in a global stage. You just need to leave Canada. That's all. It's non-negotiable. Our products are available globally, especially to Canada, US, www.camelcare.ca. That's the greatest gift I can give Canada, is the gift of health. And we bring it with a lot of love, made all the way in Mongolia. I manage global teams, and I'm looking forward to sending a pair of camel socks, apparels. On this Canada Day, I want you, every time you or someone feels pain or complains of pain, remember Arif Gilany, remember camelcare.ca, because that's the solution. That's the gift that I've given you, that has been throughout history for 1,000 years. Very, very addictive in a good way. All you need to do is try a pair of socks and you're a customer for life. I never invest, even with my customers, in short-term relationships. So if you're just looking for entertainment, welcome, hallelujah, give us a thumbs up, share with somebody. But if you're serious about your health and wellness, you got to make camelcare.ca part of your favorite on the tabs. Why? Because there's going to be a lot more product introductions, and you want to be the first to be alerted to get health and wellness, to get healing from these products. That's what it does to me. I just passed my 54th year on this planet, and I always was praised that I was going to be something, I was going to do something with my life, and I never took that lightly. So if I'm telling you you're special, you better take it seriously. I was told that since my childhood. First was the red-beard doctor from Japan we used to watch as kids, and then I got accepted to university, and then I got rejected at university. Then I hit the road 7 years in Germany, Sweden, all across the world. I've lived in Australia, in Canada, in the US, in several other countries, in Europe, Turkey, Sweden. All of this is summarized in a 90-day course that's available on www.camelcare.ca, product tab, career development. I can help you get any dream that you want into reality, as long as you can write it down clearly. Tell me what it is that you want, and if it's within reason and logic and within your ability, we'll help you do it. You got to take the steps to make this country great, and I'm taking that step by leaving a legacy and going and building my business elsewhere, because as you all know, CRA that everybody's choke. I mean, come on. All kinds of regulations to trap you into a bureaucracy that's being controlled from the top. This is a perfect pyramid right here. Pyramid scheme run Canada. Of course, there's some other awakened people who believe the same way, and who also will see that the result of this 90 days is gonna improve the lives of Canadians. I hope that these people who are sitting on top of this, I mean, it was just a reshuffle of a liberal government, really the same. Kristen Freeland, I mean, who the hell is that? She doesn't even know how to speak. I mean, who puts Kristen Freeland? Anyway, maybe she's smart, maybe she's got a law degree, maybe she bought her way to the law. I have no clue, because I just heard, and I was talking to my daughter about choosing a school, because she has to go into a higher education, and she says, oh, I need to get out of the city, get away from here, Toronto. I said, how about UFT? So you have to be 100%, 98 to 100%. What about all these Chinese and all of these immigrants and all of these people who are in the UFT studying? So, oh, Dad, you're too naive. They just bought their way through. I mean, Ivy Leagues, you can buy your way. The only place that you get real education and you can buy your way, anybody can buy your way, is www.camelcare.ca. It's called the Blue Zone Camel Care Blue Zone Community Program. It's really a personal development program. That's my legacy for Canada. I've made a decision to get all of my friends who are on social media to sign up for this course and go through it. While unless you don't go through it, you're not gonna get it. And I don't want to waste your time. I've been talking for exactly 19 minutes right now. And I hope you stayed with me. I hope you share this with somebody. I hope your health and wellness is important to you. I hope organizing your life without stress, without anxiety is interesting to you. I hope that making money, saving money is of interest to you. And I have mentors. I have doctors, world class. I have all of the experts with one phone call. I'm so fortunate. I'm so blessed to have access to all these incredible world-class people who are willing to help you. All you got to do is sign up, go ahead next Saturday, join us at 9:15, and you're gonna hear this message over and over and over and over again. So just do it and we'll be done with it. Come through the process, get out the other side. Maybe you're Kurdish, you want to help create a Kurdish community for all of the Kurds around the world. We don't have a country because we don't have unity. I'm bringing everybody, not just Kurds. I'm inviting the Kurds, but Americans, British, Canadian, Saudis, Mongolians, Iranians, Turkish. I'm bringing them all under one umbrella. And once we have moved into the other part of the world, our office is already in 2 of the above mentioned countries. Business is open 24/7. Our team is here to help you, but want to spend some time with me, go sign up for the course so I can explain all of the details. In going forward, you need a written plan. You need a written plan. You need a written plan that's called notes. Those notes, when you complete the 90 days, become a book, the book of your life. You're the actor, you're the director of your life. I'm Arif Gilany. I'm directing my life. I'm looking forward to helping you direct yours.